What's going on, guys? And welcome back. Finally, welcome back to the Push Theory. It's been a little bit, it's been a little while since we've been here, but we do got a lot of good stuff going on that we're going to talk about today, which is, kind of the perks of taking a little break. Obviously, I'm Jordan and my boy Tones. And Tones, what you got for us today?
Hey, bro, it's been a hellacious 2 weeks, bro. Fucking Pat McAfee almost killed my love for the game. Um, Life's been
Oh,
life.
shit.
It's been a hellacious 2 weeks, bro. But we
Been a
still
lot.
know more than you, and we're gonna put that on full display once again. It's finally Mania week, bro. Finally is fucking a big word because it's like, how much really are we anticipating this shit for real? Yeah, it's Mania, but there's just something about this year. I don't know. I don't know if I have the feeling right now. I don't know if I have the feeling, man. Um, the card doesn't look terrible. We are gonna get into that. We're gonna give our predictions. Um, it is a little. I'll just save it, man. I'll save all my thoughts. I'll save all my fucking little jabs that I'm gonna take because there will be a lot of jabs taken. Believe me, there will be more than enough jabs taken. I'm gonna save all that. Um, we're coming out of Dynasty, which was solid. It wasn't the fucking the best shit ever. It was solid. We're gonna get into that. I think actually we're gonna get into Dynasty first, if that's
Yeah.
cool with you. So we are gonna get into Dynasty first because I reckon we're gonna be talking about Mania for an extended fucking period of time, good or bad, however that may be. Um, so let's just start with Dynasty. The opening match was a tag team match. It was the Bucks against Takeshi and Okada, bro. I'm gonna let you start us off.
Bro, I remember you texting me and just being like, dude, this is probably going to be match of the night. And I was like, yeah, probably. And I mean, in my opinion, I say it was match of the night.
You
They
actually
were
think it was
fucking
the best
hooping.
match of the show?
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
I think it's better than the main event, not by a lot, but like just a little bit. Yeah, I thought it was uh really, really, really fucking good. I thought the Cash and Ricardo worked together great, and I also think they told the story that they're telling, how much he niggas hate each other. I think they told that story amazing as well. Thought the finish was really, really good. I think Cash still finally doesn't look like a dork, which is awesome. And I mean, overall, yeah, the Young Bucks cooked as they always do, and I do think Nick Jackson might be top five in the world right now. I don't know if that's crazy to
I'm
say,
weak.
but
That is crazy to say. That is crazy. Yeah,
that was a slight troll.
yeah, no, it was a great match. I don't think it was the second best match of the show. We'll get into that after, but
I think I know what you're gonna say.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll get into that
I'm mad
after.
at
But
that.
but the thing with this match is, this match was never fucking about the Young Bucks taking on Okada and Takeshi. It was never about that. The Bucks are about to go be in some form of three-way match with Edge and Christian and FTR going after their tag team titles. This match was just made to progress the Okada and Takeshi story. That's what this match was made for, and it delivered. I think the finish was perfect. I genuinely enjoyed the finish. The only other option you would have had as a finish for this match, and maybe what I would have done just to fucking full send it, would have been you have Takesh to eat the pin, and people are gonna say, "Oh, what do you mean you have Takesh to eat the pin?" Nigga, losing a tag team match to the Young Bucks is not lowering stocks around here, bro. They're the greatest fucking tag team. Like, you're not gonna lose stocks getting hit with a fucking BTE trigger and eating a pin. I might have had him eat the pin, and then I might have just full sended it and had the whole Don Callis family come out and just beat the shit out of him, bro. Would that have been crazy, bro?
I mean, you could have done that, but I feel like that really makes him look like a dork if he loses and gets beat up to more.
But then he'd have more sympathy, bro. Then people are really getting
I would
behind
have,
him.
I would do the finish they've just done, just have him get beat up on Dynamite
You think?
because you have him. Yeah, you have him now get his real nigga ness back, and then you get the sympathy from on Wednesday.
On the
That's what.
build. Yeah,
That's
because you do have to think it's now. I don't know if it's the case, but you would think they have to stretch this to all in. But now it's looking like they might wrestle at Double or Nothing. So it's like, are they going to wrestle? It does. That might not be the all in match unless they just run it twice. But I don't think that's going to happen either.
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, maybe he was like Fletcher or something. I don't know.
Fletcher's injured, bro.
But he's supposed to be back for All In.
Oh, I thought you meant a Double or Nothing.
Oh no,
Nah,
no,
yeah. I
no.
mean,
That's my.
maybe I reckon Fletcher might try to get his title back at All In if he's wrestling at All In.
I could, yeah, fucking
But
Knight
then
versus Fletcher.
you have a situation where, well, I guess we'll get into the Casino Gauntlet match now. Um, Now you have a situation where people are going to be talking about should we get Kevin Knight versus Speedball at All In? What are your interest levels for that?
Oh, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, I think
I wonder if Knight turns or anything, but you know,
you what?
I wonder how to get there if you had like Kevin Knight turn or like he
I
turns
think
after the match
Speedball
or
would
whatever.
turn, especially considering Kevin Knight won the title. So it's like in story, the thing would be Speedball's jealous, right? Because he
I was
won the
seeing it because
title.
I was seeing it because I seen reports that Knight is gonna turn. Like
Oh, you seen that?
I was like, oh
Yeah, I didn't
yeah.
see anything like that.
He was saying else on Selfmade, he was saying that
Hmm.
shit. That, like that's supposed to happen soon.
I don't know if I would be a
I
fan of
mean,
that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I'd have to let it cook. I'd have to see it.
I feel like if one
I
of them has to turn for you to book that match, just don't fucking book it, bro. That's how I feel, bro.
I'd agree with yeah.
Cause like
I yeah.
it's not like they're like already they're kind of like void of any gimmick or character. So it's like turning them heel when they have to lean into a character even more than they already do. It's kind of like shit. Would that
No,
even?
I'd say they have gimmicks for sure. Character, I feel like character and gimmick is two different things.
Yeah, no, yeah. But I mean, like as a
Like they
heel,
have
you
gimmick.
have to go ahead.
Obviously, yeah, like they have gimmick, like, especially Speedball. He's like a Street Fighter character, but like character wise, I would trust Kevin Knight with it. Like he's a decent promo and he has charisma. Like I could see him being a good heel. Like just his overall demeanor. Like I think that would work.
Yeah, I
Like
reckon.
for Speedball.
I don't know. That might be the Double or Nothing match. I think Fletcher. I'd be surprised if Fletcher's not wrestling for the TNT title at All In. Because if he does be
Yeah,
back at All In, that'd be like right around the time where he does get back. So it really wouldn't even make any sense for him to do anything else besides, yo, I want the title I never lost. Unless there's some unforeseen circumstances where like there's something that happens within the Donkouse family or something else. But what did you think about the match? I didn't think it was like super. I'm not gonna lie, I've never been huge on the Casino Gauntlet matches. I don't or Gauntlet matches in general, to be honest. I don't know.
I like the Casino Gauntlet. I they do it a lot.
Yeah.
They do it a lot, but I like them. I mean, this is another one that was good. I love the finish. I think the finish was awesome.
Yeah, I did not expect that shit. That was the thing. I did
Yeah.
not expect him to win this match. I was pleasantly surprised. I like Kevin Knight. I did not expect this shit. I don't remember who I thought was
Yeah.
gonna win at the point when the match was going on. I didn't think Ciampa was gonna fucking win this shit. I don't
I
remember.
I don't know who was yeah. I don't know.
Either way, solid. Not anything crazy. Kevin Knight gets the dub. I hope they cook. I hope the TNT title isn't fucking rendered irrelevant. Which I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but I don't remember the order of these matches, so I'm just gonna go off their graphic. What did you think of Jericho and Ricochet, bro?
Dude, Ricochet, by the skin of his teeth, will like he was wrestling the broom. Like you seen Kenny Omega wrestle the fucking sex doll.
Yeah,
Like he was just doing that. Willed Jericho to a fucking pretty like decent match.
I
Man.
thought Jericho was
didn't
moving, bro. He had his
He didn't.
moments.
No, I'm gonna tell you. He wasn't moving.
He was moving more than
was
I thought he was gonna be, bro. I'll say that, bro. I
Yeah.
thought he was literally about to come out there and look like I don't know, bro. But he was, bro. That fucking that cold breaker he hit, bro.
Yeah, that was clean.
Like I didn't think he still had shit like that in him. And I said this to you while we were watching that shit. It was like, bro, if you can still perform the code breaker, don't use the Judas effect as your finish, bro. Use the fucking code
Especially
breaker.
when I got him doing that, yeah.
Like,
Don't ever
don't do that shit. I don't know, bro, but I thought the match was good. The only thing I will say is like, and we got into this when we were talking about Revolution. It's like these shows are so long, and bro, I looked over at you a few times, and you were struggling to stay awake, bro. I saw.
Dude, I had to get a Pepsi. Dude, the Pepsi got me locked in. After I got, cause I can't watch him in the bed. You gotta like be like moving and shit. Once I got up and I walked around, had food, got the Pepsi, I was fine. But like,
It's
I would
like,
say like
bro,
when the dogs are wrestling, dude, I was
yeah.
like, no, bro.
bro, I
Yeah,
forgot that match, bro. What was the match? It was Osprey versus Mox before that, right?
I think so.
Bro, when Osprey Mox ended, I'm like, oh shit, finally. I'm thinking we're about to hear
Man,
Kenny's theme song, and then I see the conglomeration set on the stage. I'm like, nigga, fuck, bro. I'm like, oh shit, bro. What do you mean it's 11:30, bro? What do you mean it's 11 o'clock, bro? Because the show didn't end until 12:30. So like, we're sitting there 11 o'clock. It's like, bro, shit. What do you mean there's two more, bro? Because
yeah,
we already knew Max and Kenny were gonna go 35-40. I don't remember what I think they
yeah.
went just above 30, but we knew that shit was gonna be long as fuck. So it's like, bro. But yeah, TK, I understand, and we appreciate you giving us the bang for our buck. But please, dude, maybe start them at 7 o'clock, bro. Maybe.
Man, just telecom, just do that match on Dynamite, man.
Yeah,
Like, I
bro.
ain't gonna lie.
I was gonna say that, but I'm like, bro, like, do it on Dynamite, or not every match has to be a 20-minute classic. Chris
Yeah.
Jericho doesn't need to wrestle for 20 minutes. I don't know, man.
It,
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
no, I was gonna agree. That match was far too long. It was good, but it was too
Yeah,
long.
bro. It's like I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know like what the logistics are and how they run the shows and shit, or if it's possible to. Bro, it's gotta be possible to start these shits an hour early, bro. Hour earlier, bro. It's gotta be possible, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like again, if you do move some of these matches to Dynamite, Dynamite will mean more. Instead of having niggas on Dynamite wrestling for no reason, you have
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd say pay-per-view quality matches, but you'd have more substantial shit on Dynamite. I thought Jericho and Ricochet was fine. I don't know what's going to happen after this or where either of them are headed. Some people were talking about Jericho was going to cost Kenny the title in the main event. It's like, bro, like what are we talking about?
Who said that?
I don't know. I've seen it on Twitter, but it was like I don't know. I reckon this shit's unless they wrestle again, which I'm not really clamoring to see, but I don't know what either one of them do. Maybe Ricochet goes back after the national title or some shit, which
Yeah,
doesn't
I see
really
that.
mean anything either, because that shit was on the
I mean,
fucking kickoff show.
Knight versus Ricochet would be gas for the TNT title.
Yeah, it would. It
It'd
would.
be double or nothing.
It would. Yeah, that match was solid. Probably the worst match on the main card, even though it was pretty good. Yeah, no, it was definitely the worst.
Yeah.
Unless, I guess we'll talk about the trios match next.
Okay.
Kyle O'Reilly, bro. Is that who you thought it was gonna
Yeah.
be? And what did you think?
Yeah, I knew. No, I knew. Who else would it have been? Ishii. Like, it was in like. I'm pretty sure O'Reilly's from like Vancouver too. So like,
Yeah, he is from
I-
Canada. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I love Kyle O'Reilly. I think he's like super underrated, just like Mark Davis.
Dog, you gotta chill with this Mark Davis shit, bro. Like Mark Davis
You know what's
isn't
crazy?
bad, but like, bro, what it like?
You know what's crazy? I actually believe it, but your reaction makes me laugh. So it seems like I'm trolling, but I actually do think that. Anyways, we're not talking about Mark Davis here. Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly, I love him since the NXT days, and like Ring of Honor too. So like, I'm happy to see him back. And I mean, I thought the match was alright. Did what it did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I'm just glad that, like, I didn't expect him to win though. I will say that. I don't know if they called a fucking audible because Gabe Kidd got hurt, or if this was actually the plan. If this is actually the plan, it's kind of confusing because these niggas just won the fucking titles. So it's like they're just passing the fucking trio titles around like a goddamn hot potato.
Literally. I
So
mean, I'm looking not mad at it, though. Like, it kind of makes them interesting because like every match, it's like every match they wrestle now. It's like it could change hands, and title changes always are interesting. Even if it's the trios titles, like let's be honest, people really don't care about them. But like, if the titles change hands, people are gonna get interested. So I'm not mad at that idea that they change hands often.
yeah, I think people would care more about them if there was actual like a division of viable factions. Cause like we just seen like a few champions ago was fucking Hangman in them, and it's like, bro, like, why is he even like? Well, he's not in a
Yeah,
faction. That's a 1 week team up where you have some common enemies, and you're like, yeah, let's do a 6-man. That's not we're the champions.
I'll give my pass on that because Hobbs was leaving, and I know Tony was just scrambling there, and he was like, "Fuck it." So I'll give him a slight pass there, but yeah, I think in general though they kind of need to build get some more trios. I mean, you got a tag team sitting there, fucking guarding the catering. Give him another person, put him in the trios division. I mean, like, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The tag team division is. I guess we'll talk about that next because the tag team division is barely staying afloat right now. There's 3-4 teams right now, realistically, that are like actual like contenders. And I thought this match was pretty good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. FTR versus
Yeah,
I'm not calling them Cobra. It's Edge and Christian, bro.
literally.
What'd you think?
Uh, I mean, I thought it was solid. Edge and Christian worked really hard. FTR are pretty good as always. I like the finish. Fucking Edge bleeding buckets hard way was
Bro,
crazy.
that fucking title got him, bro. Did you see the clip?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I didn't notice it
You
at
could,
first, but
I thought he just bladed, and
yeah.
then I saw the replay. And I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
that shit hit him right in the fucking forehead, bro. Right in the middle of the fucking
Yeah,
forehead.
that shit was. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of awesome. Yeah, it was a good match. I'm surprised FTR won. I'm kind of mad that they won because I would be surprised if fucking Edge and Christian don't win the belts like anytime soon. And like, I kind of rather it happen sooner than later because I want the Bucks to be champions, like at least at All In or before.
Why do you want that?
Because they've been the best tag team for like, well, they've been the best tag team in AEW since it started. But like this year especially, like FTR are great, but like it's like it is, bro. I'm sorry, I love FTR, like, but
You don't
it's
think it's
crazy. So
close?
I feel like this year, no, I
Damn.
don't think it's close in general. But like this year, like FTR are doing good shit. Bucks are doing like old time shit. You know what I mean? Like Bucks look crazy right now. I feel like it, like them not having the belts, especially after Revolution. Like I don't know. Like I just think that looks crazy. Like if I had that team work as hard as they're doing and then not getting the belts.
Yeah, well, how do I tell
Hard
you,
for me.
buddy? It's not gonna happen at all, in, bro. Because we're getting a ladder match, and Edge and Christian are gonna win the titles. So, and you know
Like
that's exactly what's
2001
gonna
all
happen,
over
bro.
again, man.
You know that's exactly what's gonna happen, bro. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I don't really think the Bucks. I don't think the Bucks need the belts. Granted, they're gonna do good work every match, and I don't know. I don't really know how much difference them having the belts even is gonna make in what they're doing. Because it's not like they're not getting on the shows if they don't have the belts or anything. It's like they're
Yeah,
gonna be
no.
wrestling, and they're gonna have a better match. If they don't have the belts, they're gonna be doing better shit than whatever the people with the belts are doing. Barring like we don't get a FTR fucking classic every now and then, which we're gonna get. But like I don't know. I feel like it's like a who could I compare this to? It's like an MJF thing, for example. Like MJF doesn't need the title, but a lot of the times when MJF doesn't have the title, whatever feud MJF's in feels like the main feud, bro. Even if he doesn't
Mhm.
have the title. Like,
So that's kind of my point though. Like imagine like the Kesha and Okada, like I imagine that was for the belt. Like the stakes would have been that much higher, and it would have had a
well,
more of a story, even more.
yeah, but in
I
this
mean, like it
situation, I feel like I don't know if this finish would have really fit for that because it's like it might have cheapened
doesn't. Yeah,
the
why would
win.
you? Well, you could have got a different finish for the belts,
Oh yeah,
obviously. But like, yeah, but like just in general, like I feel like if the Bucks aren't gonna like, they don't need the belts. Obviously, I think it's more so the belts need the Bucks. Not that like need not that like I don't think it's dire, but like tag division isn't crazy right now. I think the Bucks having the belts would raise that, and also like if they're gonna have the best tag match in the show, if there's gonna be two tag matches, three tag matches, and the Bucks are gonna have the best one every single night, I'd rather them have the belts to make the belts feel that much more crazy. Like you gotta watch a tag team title match because the Bucks are gonna fucking put on a 5-star classic, whereas FTR are gonna put in a 3.5, 4-star great match. Which shit, I want to see that, but I don't know. I think the better team, the better match should have the belt. Personally, like you were saying with MJF, if he's gonna have the best shit on the show consistently, he should have the belt.
yeah. At the same time though, you also run into a problem because it's like, granted, the Bucks have the belt, right? So if the Bucks don't have the belts, most of the time the Bucks are still going to be on the show, right? Whether they're
Yeah,
wrestling for the belt or not. But if the Bucks have the belt, that's more than likely gonna be the only tag team shit on the show. So it's like I don't know, like it's there's got to be a happy medium because like I feel like you just have to build it. I feel like now across both companies, tag team wrestling isn't really. I will say
no, yeah,
AEW cares for it a little more than WWE, but at the same time
for sure.
AEW has fucking Edge and Christian, FTR, the Young Bucks. I don't know. Well, nah, I can't even give that excuse. WB has a lot of tag teams, but I feel like they care about it a little more. But TK really doesn't like. It's not a priority, and I feel like you can tell.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, WWE's tag division is just fucking in
Yeah,
shambles.
I mean, we'll get into that. Well, actually, we won't get into that because.
Oh yeah,
But
I know what I was gonna say. I know what I was gonna say. So you were saying that if the Bucks have the belts, that'll be the only tag shit on it. Well, then that's your solution. You're putting 20 matches on the cards anyways. Just put another tag thing on it.
yeah, but
There
I'm
you go.
saying he's probably not likely to. He's not probably prompt to do that though. That's the thing.
Oh, you just TK be better.
Yeah, bro. That's why I
Fucking.
said that you can tell the tag team wrestling isn't a priority right now. And I mean,
Mhm.
even though you have a bunch of teams, bro. I mean, maybe not as much as you had 2, 3, 4 years ago, but I mean, you have a lot of teams, bro. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is with tag team wrestling in 2026. Even like the past few years, like it's like they haven't cared for it. That's why TK always goes back to the Bucks and FTR because like he hasn't built the division. So like, all
Yeah.
reliable, throw them out there, they'll put on a banger. But it's like, bro, like at a point, and like even their last match, like the Revolution match was probably the worst match they've had because it's like you can't like it's not there's a fucking limit you can reach. Like you can't
Yeah,
keep
it's like,
like they're not boundless, bro.
yeah,
They
that's true.
can't like they can't keep surpassing themselves. So it's like I don't know, bro. But yeah, I mean tag team wrestling, man. The Bucks and FTR are tag team wrestling right now. They are
Yeah.
tag team wrestling. There's not like they just are. Uh so so yeah, that was that. Thekla versus Jamie Hayter, man. Tony roll up Merchant Khan strikes again, bro. What do you think?
I thought it was a good match. I do agree, roll up Merchant, but I mean, they did protect Jamie, so I'm not too mad. I love Jamie. I love Thekla. I thought they was a really good match. They worked really hard. I don't know what the crowd was doing that match. I don't know why they got so like. I feel like they got quieter for that match. Other than that, I mean, I thought it was pretty solid. I think Tekla's reign has been pretty underrated. I think people really like because she beat Statlander and Statlander's reign kind of got cut, not cut short, but like her reign was kind of short, and Statlander's kind of a fan favorite. People have kind of just written the Tekla reign off before it even began. So like a lot of people are just like, oh,
And
take
she
the
was
belt off
still
her.
fairly like new as well.
Mm-hmm. So
So
people just like are like saying that the reign isn't good or say the belt off her. It's just in such bad faith. Them the matches have been good. The storyline with Statlander was pretty good. This match was solid. It had this story because she injured Jamie when she debuted. Like everything was solid and good, but people because it's not one of their guys, quote unquote, they just kind of write the reign off.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Thekla's fucking hooping recently, bro. She's
Yeah,
so cool.
sure.
Um, I thought the match was solid. I mean, I understand protecting Jamie, but it's like, bro, like, it just feels kind of anticlimactic. I don't know if I don't know. That's just me. But the thing with this is like, Jericho and Ricochet got more time than they did. Like, I
That's
mean,
nasty work.
like it's like, bro, come on, man. Like, I don't know, like,
Nasty work.
and I don't want to be one of them, bro. But this is the only women's match on the card, and barring like I'm not fucked up, this might have been the shortest match on the main card, bro.
I think it was. It felt like it.
Because I think Jericho and Ricochet might have been fucking um 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 the second shortest. So it's like, bro, like give them more time because they were fucking hooping. These are probably two of the 10-ish best in the world. Jamie Hayter's fucking great. I don't know what she'll probably actually she'll be in the Owen. All of these women will probably be in the Owen, or the Mercedes Invitational, as I'm gonna like to call it, because there's no fucking chance anybody else has at winning that shit. Um, but I am interested to see what Thekla's doing at Double or Nothing because I'm wondering if she actually is gonna go in all in with the title, bro. And I feel like that's gonna hinge on whether or not TK is gonna turn Mercedes.
I mean, I feel like Mercedes first Tekla is. I mean, I feel like that's big enough. To me, it is. If the rain keeps staying on this path, all in, and Mercedes wins the Owen, like to me, that's good. That's good for me. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know about everyone else, but like,
Especially if
that
Mercedes is
sounds
a
good.
babyface, because then it's
I'd
like,
be shocked. I mean, at least on return and title win. I mean, she'll probably be like a tweener.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who else they could put the title on. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't like. I feel like
I
Jamie
mean,
would
if
have been
Willow,
like the only other person. Willow has a title.
yeah, it was actually dropped.
Obviously, nobody takes Marina serious at this point. She's a fucking loser. Um, and aside from that, Tony's out.
It,
Mina's not
I
winning the
mean,
fucking title. Athena's still in Ring of Honor. Hell. Um,
that shit's tragic, bro.
it is. I don't know what like. I don't know what I like. I don't even know. I don't know, bro. Like,
I know I can't even fathom it.
yeah, no, I don't know. She's one of the best in the world. I mean, I don't know, bro. I really don't. I don't. And then we were there for the fucking spring breakthrough match last year, and that shit was fucking.
Mhm.
That shit
It
was
was
fucking
incredible.
electric. And then after that, it's just like, oh well, back you go. It's like, all
Yeah,
right.
that was crazy too because I remember thinking like, wow, I'll probably never see a match that good ever in my life, and then like an hour later, fucking Andre and Takeshita wrestled. That shit was
Yeah, bro.
crazy.
That shit was special.
That
But
yeah,
yeah,
that
so
was
like, there's nobody else. I mean, Statlander's not gonna win the title back. Uh, I can't even think of anybody else. There's nobody else. So it's like it's almost like she has to go into all in with the title, and I'm not mad at it, bro.
I'm not mad at all. Yeah,
So,
I think she should be honest.
yeah, no, I think she should too. Because again, like I like longer title reigns, bro. I feel like they make the title prestigious, and she's fucking hooping, bro. There's no reason to take the title off her. There's no reason until
I think
all in when eventually Mercedes wins the title.
yeah, I think 6 months to a year is probably a good thing for a title reign.
The sweet spot. Yeah.
Like, yeah, like you don't need like I feel like once you get like 2 years, like it's getting kind of crazy, and then anything past that, it's just like I feel like anything past that you're just doing too much.
That's fair.
Like 6 months to a year, I think it's perfect.
Okay, now I want to talk about Andrade and Darby. This was fucking great. This was my second best match of the card. They fucking hooped. You know, I figured Darby was gonna win, but they kind of got me a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope Andrade stay. I really hope he keeps Andrade as a prominent thing on the show, man, because he might be the best he's ever been right now.
No, he is. This is his best run, and I mean the match went and the way he lost, like I think
It was a
like,
roll up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I mean, like I said, roll up merchant, back to back matches. But yeah, like he lost. You know, he didn't look weak or anything. He looked really strong in the match. So did Darby. So I don't think her like cool off or anything unless TK is that dumb, and I don't think he's that dumb. He's dumb, but he's not that dumb. So I think Andrade will stay hot. He's gonna wrestle for the Grand Slam Mexico.
when
I
is
bet
that?
money
June?
on it. Yeah, it's after Double or Nothing. So
Yeah, so probably sometime in June where he'll lose to MJF. Or
yeah,
lose to Darby Allin, as some people will have me believing. That on Wednesday, not only is Darby Allin gonna win the title, but he should win the title. That's the correct decision, is what people on Twitter will have me believe.
did he climb Mount Everest?
Because he climbed Mount Everest. He deserves it. What do you think?
If Darby wins, dude, I'm fucking. I'll watch TNA if Darby wins. If Darby wins, I will watch TNA on Thursday and do a solo review by myself.
Dude, and it's like, they're saying like, well, all you have to do is have him win on Wednesday, and then you can have MJF win the title back at Double or Nothing. And then it's like, bro, like, exactly, bro. It's like, for what? It's like they're giving him the Joel Embiid MVP, bro. Here, nigga, damn, give me the title, give him the title back, bro. It's like, bro, like, for what reason?
Just wait till next year and he can get the belt.
Like, bro, this isn't like a reward certificate. This is the fucking world title. You're not just
Yeah,
handing
bro.
it out just because. This isn't fucking 2023. Niggas aren't clamoring for Darby Allin to win the world title. Nobody cares about Darby Allin winning the world title. I don't give a fuck if it's in his hometown. I don't give a fuck if he climbed the mountain. I don't care, bro. Keep the title on MJF. He's the best wrestler in your company. He's the best in the world. Keep the title on him. What are we doing?
Yeah, no. Andrew's gonna win, and Darby can get the bitch next year. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like, bro, I thought I was tweaking. It's like, bro, there's many people saying this. It's like, bro, I don't.
Like, yeah, like it's unconcerning about, and like it's like Shara Sapp and shit saying
Yes.
it too. It's like, what is going on?
Like, why do
Like they
they
made
think?
the match out of nowhere too.
Yeah, they made it on Wednesday, and they made it for Wednesday, and it's like, bro,
Yeah,
why? Why do you think, like, bro, if this match was at Double or Nothing, nobody would be saying he should or is gonna win. Nobody would be saying that. So I don't understand what this narrative is. What do you mean he should win the world title? If he wins the world title, he's 100% losing it at Double or Nothing. What does that fucking accomplish? What does it accomplish?
not like the only thing is I am stealing this from Ibu, so I'll give him his credit. It's like he's gonna watch this, but still, he was saying like the Mick Foley win on Raw, like it's a shock title win. So like proper rating. Can't you know we make Dynamite can't miss, and then you drop the title back, and then you sell a pay per view because you drop the title back, and that does make sense from like wrestling booking logic. But at the same time, I don't want to see that shit, and like it would just make the TV worse, I think, and then I have to watch TNA too, which I don't want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, we're not, bro. Like, Darby Allin isn't Mick Foley either. He's not
No,
nearly as over in AEW as Mick
it
Foley
was a
was in
year ago
WWE at
and
that
two
time.
years ago.
That's why I said this isn't fucking 2024. So it's like, that's why I'm saying, like, nobody cares about Darby Allin winning the world title right now. Mick Foley was damn near as over as anybody in that company at that time.
Yeah,
Darby
yeah,
Allin
exactly. Yeah.
isn't a top 5 person in terms of being over right now. He might not be in the top 10. So it's like,
He's
bro,
out right now.
he's ice cold. Nobody cares. So it's like, bro, like, I don't know, bro. This, like, it's fucking crazy. I thought I was going fucking insane seeing this shit. Like, why am I the one saying Darby Allin shouldn't win the world title, and I'm in the fucking minority? What the fuck?
Yeah, literally, I don't know where that came. It was like, oh, okay, this would be a solid fucking Dynamite main event. You know, it's like a Dynamite special, so you gotta have one big match. That's your big match. You have a good match. Fucking maybe MJF cheats and they run the rematch. You know what, like whatever. Maybe they don't. You know, like there's so many things you could do, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, Darby's gonna win. Like, where did that come? Like, where did that come from?
This shit's so stupid, bro. He's not gonna win the world title. He shouldn't win the world title. If TK puts the title on him, only to take it off him at Double or Nothing, it's almost like that's like a slight to him too, because it'd be essentially saying, "Yeah, here, but we don't actually think of you as the world champion. Give him the title back in a
Yeah,
few weeks." It's like, bro, what is that
you're
even?
not holding that bitch to all in. You could just hold it for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, but you're not even getting the defense. You're giving it back at Double or Nothing. Like, bro, like I don't know, bro. You know, he's not gonna win the fucking world title. But someone who might win the world title, Will Ospreay, wrestled John Moxley.
Pretty good match. Pretty good match, which I expected. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Just the fucking marks on Twitter crying about, you know, Osprey not selling his neck, and it's like, I don't know what you guys want him to do. One, he was selling his neck. I watched the match. He was selling his neck. Two, it's like, Will Osprey is not gonna go there and just not do anything for 20 minutes. I'm sorry. He's not a top guy in WWE in 2012 where he's like, oh, I'm fake. I'm selling a shoulder injury, so that means I'm gonna sell for 15 minutes, hit my finisher, and win. He's not gonna do that. He is not gonna sit on the floor and sell the whole. Like he's just not. He's not gonna do that. I don't know why people want him to do that when he's never been that kind of wrestler. He sold the neck just fine, I thought. Moxie worked it just fine. They did a lot of most of his offense was on his neck. He sold it perfectly. He used that fighting spirit that he uses every fucking time because his peak was in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that's what they do over there. Moxie did it too. Like that's what happened, and he lost, which I actually thought was interesting, and I didn't think it was the right call.
You
Him
didn't?
losing. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. But if he came off broken neck and then beat fucking John
Oh,
Moxley
I
for
thought you
it's
said
like
you didn't think it was the right call.
no, I did think it's the right call. So I'm like, if you come back broken neck and then you beat Moxley, like for like like bro, you're not Superman.
Yeah,
He
nah.
just beat Pac too.
I thought it was a solid match. And again, it's not. I was seeing less of them talking about him not selling, and more of them talking about why is he taking this many bumps on his neck? Is he stupid? He just came off an injury. What is he doing? It's like, bro, and it's like, obviously this is a wrestling podcast, but the guy behind you, Jason Tatum, tore his Achilles last year, right? And we see him come back, and it's like, these people are talking about he's coming back too early. He's not ready. They should have waited till the playoffs. They should have waited till next year. It's like, bro, you're Tom from Boston. You're not a doctor. You're not a trainer. You're not rehabbing with him. I promise you, Jason Tatum knows his body more than you do. I promise you, the doctors and the trainers who fucking get paid thousands, if not millions of dollars to do their jobs would not send him out there and put him on the court if he wasn't fucking ready to play. If Will Ospreay wasn't ready to do these kind of things, he wouldn't be out there doing them. You think Will Ospreay, before coming back, didn't take any fucking bumps on his neck? You think he just went out there against John Moxley and took a pile driver without knowing what was going to happen or what it was going to feel like? You don't think he's been doing that for the past couple of months in preparation for coming back? These people are so fucking stupid. They think they know so much about everything. You're not a fucking doctor. You're not a trainer. You don't know anything about wrestling. You don't know how these moves are performed. These people are fucking trained professionals. They know what they're doing. People get paid for this. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why this is a fucking conversation. If he wasn't ready to be doing this shit, he wouldn't be fucking doing it. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. It really isn't. He'd either be at, I wouldn't even say I was going to say he'd either be at home or he would be wrestling kind of different. But he would just be at home because it's Will Ospreay. He's not going to wrestle any different. So it's like, bro, the bottom line is you don't know anything about neck injuries. You don't know anything about rehab. You don't know anything about how this shit's performed or what this shit, like what the effects of this stuff. You're just an idiot on Twitter who's crying about it. If Will Ospreay wasn't prepared to do this shit, he wouldn't be fucking doing it, bro. Point blank, period. These people are so fucking stupid. I get tired of people who just think they know shit. You don't know anything. You're not a fucking doctor. No. Sit on the couch. Now, about the decision. I thought Ospreay was going to win until they announced that it was for the title. Because originally when they announced the match, it was a non-title match. But as soon as they announced that it was for the title, I knew for a fact John Moxley was going to win because they're not putting the fucking Continental title on Will Ospreay. It just wouldn't make any sense. He's obviously going to go after the world title. And him losing, I feel like they're really going to play the fuck out of this chase. And him losing is the start to that, and it's going to make it even better.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and again, I did think the match was really, really good. And yeah, I think I'm really interested to see how they. I think he's gonna go for the world title at All In, so I'm really interested to see how they get there, especially with him losing now.
Yeah, well, he's gonna win the Owen. That's how they're gonna get there. But I wonder what's gonna happen before that, because
that's more what I meant.
The Owen probably starts after Double or Nothing, because All In's in August, and I'm pretty sure it's towards the end of August. All In.
I might start at Double.
Yeah, it's literally August 30th. So, the Owen's usually about 2 months. So, I think, right?
Yeah, about.
So, yeah, they gotta probably have to start it after Double or Nothing, because Double or Nothing is in May. So you have all of June, all of July, and essentially all of August. So they're not gonna fucking do a 3.5 month Owen. That would be fucking terrible. I'm not gonna lie, that would be fucking. Because what are you gonna do? One match a week across both divisions? Like, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, unless you extend it to 16 instead of 8. That's one thing I think.
I feel like if you do that, you really have to like pick the right people. Cause like I don't even know if they could. Cause like realistically, how predictable can you make it? Cause there's not 16 people who could realistically win the women's Owen Hart tournament. There isn't.
Wait, people who only one. Well, we already know who won it, so you could just put 16 people in it. If you put Athena, Jamie,
give me 16 right now.
Give me 16. All right, Athena, Jamie, Alex Windsor, both the Sisters of Sin. Wait, people who can win or just people?
Yeah, I'm talking about predictability. If you put the Sisters of Sin in, there's no fucking chance.
Oh no! There's not 16 people. There's only one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, if you extend it to 16, it becomes a situation where a lot of the shit's predictable. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's already predictable.
Well, I don't think the men's tournament's predictable at all.
The men's, no. The women's, we already know who's gonna win that.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think they're gonna do that. I just think they're gonna start it later. That's why I'm saying I'm interested to see what Ospreay does for the next 2 months, because I'm anticipating the tournament starting around the late June. So you're gonna have Double or Nothing, and I think Forbidden Doors in June this year because All In's in August.
Could start there maybe. They can start. You should start there.
Yeah, summer 2026. I don't think a date got announced yet, but it's definitely but it's a Stardom partnership this year.
Was it New Japan and Stardom?
The thing I'm reading just says Stardom. Well, it says he stated that Stardom would be involved in the show. But yeah, I reckon it's AEW X New Japan X Stardom.
And it's probably similar too. I've been doing that press.
So I mean, maybe it starts there. Maybe they get some other talent in the, having some Stardom girls in the tournament might help because AEW's women's division is not exactly the fucking deepest roster in the world right now, bro.
I mean, it's all right,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all right.
I wouldn't be mad at, I wouldn't be mad at if they won a match too. Like, who's that? Who's the girl that always gets the
Saya?
or edits on Twitter? Yeah, her. If she wins the first round legit, and then she fucking faces in the semifinal, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, Saya's legit. I don't know if she'll be on the show. Hopefully, she's on the show. But we'll see. That was Dynasty, except for what we're gonna get into now, the main event. We had the Devil versus the God, and people were not happy about that. People were not happy about that. People were
the most religious guy in the company, probably. Besides maybe the Young Bucks, they're super Christians. But like the most religious guy in the company, like, is coming out as a Devil. Obviously, you guys know he's not going home playing on a Ouija board and doing blood rituals, bro. You guys will be okay if you
I'm no longer an AEW fan. I feel like, all right, bro. I'm sure you showed them, bro. Like I don't want to get too much into that, but they were not happy about that. I thought that fucking coat was fucking epic. That shit was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But the Devil versus the God of Professional Wrestling, MJF versus Kenny Omega. What did you think?
All right, that was a fucking instant classic. Of course, which I don't know if I got this as a tag at number 1. It really don't matter to me. I think that's just a top 2. And then that match is awesome. It was dirty, but it didn't feel like 30, which is I think it's the hallmark of a really good match when you can go 30, 40 an hour and it doesn't feel that long. The one thing I'm saying is that kick out, Woman Angel kick out, did not count.
Yeah, nah, yeah.
He's gonna use it for heat, which is fine, but we're not putting that on the list. And the only critique I really have is I wouldn't have done 2 one-wing angels. I would have just did one of the 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they did that because Kenny, maybe it's because he does, but maybe it's because that just shows you what he thinks of Max, and also it might be because he knows he doesn't have much longer, so he's just fuck it. So
you just jump out of it. Yeah, all the spots I had in my now.
Yeah, fuck it. But I think that does tell you what he thinks of Max. But I thought the match was great. I think it was the best match on the show. Second, I thought was Darby and Andrade. Yeah, I mean, obviously I didn't expect Kenny to win, but again, they still get you, even though you kind of know what's gonna happen. Which again, and you say making a long match feel short is the hallmark. I think non-predictability is the hallmark. Because like I said, seasoned wrestling fans most of the time know what's going to fucking happen. I say this all the time. If you can make it to where I don't know what's going to happen, you got me, bro. Because I usually know what's going to fucking happen. So, I mean, in the back of my mind, I knew what was going to happen. But while I'm watching that shit, I'm like, shit, they're in Canada. Kenny versus Ospreay at All In. It makes sense.
You start like seeing it.
Yeah, you start rationalizing
your
it.
Head
Exactly.
And shit. Yeah, it's like, wait, like I feel it, and it's like, oh.
And then at the end, when MJF wins, you're like, Kenny was never gonna win. MJF was always gonna. It's like, bro. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, no, I thought it was a great match, and I mean, MJF's the best wrestler in the world, bro. He's obviously the wrestler of the year, barring maybe it's like MJF, and then it's like a gap, and it's another gap, and then it's another gap, and then it's CM Punk, and then it's like a small little gap, and then it's like Carmelo Hayes. But he's obviously the best wrestler in the world. I don't even know how close it is, really. I don't even know who I would put at number 2. Maybe Gunther, maybe.
I might be wild. I'll put Andrade if it ended today.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about the wrestler of the year anymore. I was just talking about who I think the best is right now in the world.
Oh, Gunther's a shout. Kenny's still a shout. I don't care. He's not washed yet. Hangman's a shout. I mean, yeah, there's a few people you put number 2.
Yeah, I think those are the undisputed top 4, though. I'm not gonna lie. Regardless of work they're doing now, just
in general.
Yeah. And then you get like, I don't even know, because there's so many. I mean, Rollins, Reigns, Punk, Andrade.
Yeah, there's so many. There's so many.
Swerve. Like there's Ospreay. What the fuck? I forgot about.
Oh
Ospreay.
shit! And we forget. He's from Monster
like,
too,
really, it's really crazy because like AEW legitimately might have the 5 best wrestlers in the world. You have Max, Kenny, Hangman, Ospreay, and Swerve. But it's like they legitimately might have the 5. I mean, and then obviously WWE's guys are gonna compete, but it's like at their peaks, what they're capable of, I think Max and Ospreay are the 2 best in the world, barring everything. So, I mean, and they're both young too. So, barring they stay with the company, that's a hard fucking mountain to climb. But yeah, I thought the match was great. MJF's not gonna lose the title tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. He's not gonna lose the fucking title tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd record this tomorrow.
Yeah, he's not gonna lose the title. And yeah, I don't know what Kenny's gonna do though. That's what I will say. I don't know what Kenny's gonna do going forward.
I'm very intrigued by that. I'm very intrigued. I assume they'll cook up a really good match. I mean, you can get Swerve for the 3-peat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think the next thing is whether it's at All In or Double or Nothing. I think the next course of action for him is facing Swerve again. But I also think Swerve versus Max could be the Double or Nothing match.
That's what I think would be. Maybe Kenny. I mean, you can do something with the Bucks.
Kenny?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Because there's so many, like, this is probably the best, holy shit. Oh my god. This is probably the top of the card's ever been in AEW.
Yeah,
you just think about Max, Kenny, Ospreay, Mox, Hangman, Swerve. Hangman's not even here right now. And like it's like so yeah, since when was Revolution? March? Yeah, it was last month. Yeah. End of last month. So I wonder if he'll be back for Double or Nothing, or if he'll come back after Double or Nothing and start building whatever he's gonna do at All In. I mean, he deserves all the time off he needs. But obviously he's my favorite wrestler in the company, so I want to see him back. But yeah, no, I don't know. Kenny versus Max is great. Max isn't gonna lose to Darby fucking Allin. Get a grip, guys. I thought Dynasty was good, but TK, please hear our prayers and shorten these fucking shows, man. Please. 12:30 is fucking egregious on a Sunday night, bro.
Yep. It's nasty.
It just can't happen.
That shit's nasty, bro.
But
keep giving me my money. Fuck.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, I thought it was good. now we're getting into. I seen a tweet. It was like, you know, it was like the men had their fun. Now it's time for the boys.
Too much. Now it's kids' turn.
Now it's the kids' turn.
Now it's time for the
So,
bullshit.
Wrestlemania, man. We're 5 days away. I want to talk about Raw real quick before we get into all these predictions.
Okay.
Because a few of the stories got wrapped up, and I'm not gonna wait till Friday because we probably won't record before WrestleMania again, and I don't reckon they're gonna add any more matches. And none of the stories on Friday I really give a fuck about anyway. So none of them are gonna get progressed any further than they're already progressed. So I want to talk about Oba and Brock. Oba cut probably what was the best promo of his entire fucking career yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So at the beginning of the show, Lesnar comes out and Pierce and Triple H are in the ring again. They're talking about how they're gonna have them sign the contract separately so they don't fucking beat each other up. Yada yada yada. So Heyman's talking. Brock takes the mic and he says after Sunday you won't even remember his name. And then that was it. Brock signed the contract. He left. Obviously, Brock's not gonna fucking cut a promo. He's a man of many words. But later in the show, Oba comes out to sign the contract. And before he gets the mic and before he says anything, Heyman comes out and says he's been in this business his whole life and has never seen someone come across to the audience as the biggest star in the industry as fast as Obafemi. Now, I'm not going to go that far. I don't think he's the fucking biggest star in the industry, but he's growing. He's coming along very fast. We talked about this earlier.
Yep.
He's probably the fastest rising star since they started doing NIL shits of all time, and he might already be the best besides Bianca. And he's on his way there. I don't know if he'll be better than Bianca, but that's the
that's a for the climb.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
He says he's been in this business long enough to know where he's safe and where he's not, and that Oba is a violent man, so he'll stay on the stage. He's not going to go to the ring. He says Oba's violence is what he likes most about him. Says he's the most violent man to ever come to the WWE since Brock Lesnar. He says he's the fastest rising star since Brock Lesnar. Says he's the most impressive combat athlete / fighter in the WWE since Brock Lesnar. Heyman says the problem is that on Sunday it all comes to an end. Everything that Oba built comes crashing down in Suplex City. He says there's no shame in this loss for Oba. Says he's in the real main event of WrestleMania, which might not even be crazy. And I do want to say one thing. As good as this build's been, I saw on Busted Open Bully and what's the dude he does the podcast with?
Eve something.
Whatever his name is, the dweeb. They both said that if they could only watch one match on Mania, that it would be this one. And I get the build's been good, but man, come on, bro. Like, we know, come on.
That'd be my second option.
Like, we know this match, it's gonna be under 10 minutes. It's gonna be a finish fest. It's not gonna be a great match. So like, I don't know, bro. I just thought that was kind of funny. Oba then gets the mic. He says it's taking everything in him not to come down to the ring and beat up Paul Heyman. He says it's deeper than that, and the physical pain and scars will heal, but the emotional wounds when his beast loses at Mania will last forever. He says as far as his... Oh yeah, before that, Paul Heyman said after he loses, if Oba ever wants to rebuild his career, Paul Heyman's door is always open. Oba Femi Paul Heyman guy, maybe. He says as far as his door can go, he can go ahead and close it now because the only door he needs is already open, the door to WrestleMania. He says 2 months ago, Heyman and Brock issued an open challenge, and that there's 25 years of history that says Lesnar can't be beat, and he has 4 weeks of history that says he can. He says that this is different than business as usual, and everyone can feel it, and that it's time to put an end to Brock Lesnar. He says Heyman has always been Lesnar's mouthpiece, but he's never been an honest one. He says because if Paul Heyman was honest, he would have come to the ring and said Brock Lesnar's afraid of Oba Femi. He says he's always been the one, and he knows it, the fans know it, and at Mania, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar will know it too. He fucking cooked on the mic. And I can't do it justice because he's doing it in his fucking powerful ass voice, his accent and shit. It just sounds like he's about to like he's going to war. And I want to save the predictions because we're gonna do the predictions at the end. But he was fucking cooking. This almost does feel like the real main event of Mania, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's an actual like wrestling build. You know what I mean? It's not. We had a bunch of bullshit going on. There's no
Which
jelly
we will get
roll.
into.
There's no there's no like I don't even know what the word would be to describe. There's no fluff.
Yeah, there's no
no fluff.
nonsense. No bullshit,
Yeah,
bro. Let's
it's
just
just
say there's no bullshit, bro. There's no bullshit.
that's why people have been like people still like wrestling, man. They like wrestling bills, they like wrestling
Yes.
stories, they like wrestling matches. No matter what kind of entertainment storytelling you want to do, man. People just like wrestling. And if you keep it simple, you cut the bullshit, you cut the fluff, you just keep it simple, tell the story how it
Yes.
needs to be told. And you got two guys like Brock and Oba, it will
Yeah, it's
come
very
alive
simple,
for it.
bro. It's literally Beast versus newer Beast. Who's
Beast
the
versus
bigger beast?
monster, bro.
Like it's literally like it's very simple, bro.
It's like Godzilla versus King Kong, bro. Why do you think people were watching that, bro? Two big ass niggas throwing haymakers. Yeah,
Exactly.
take my $15.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, so yeah, man, I thought again that was the best promo I've ever seen Oba cut. The substance was good, the delivery was fucking fantastic. He's the fucking complete package. I'll save the prediction though. So on Raw, we also got EO. I want to talk about EO. Man, bro. Do you want to say anything before? I'll just say EO wrestled Kairi Sane and Asuka cost her the match, and EO versus Asuka didn't. Huh?
We can talk about that more before I get into it.
Oh,
I'm just gonna rant.
yeah, no, that's why I'm gonna let you go. I just wanted to give context and say, EO wrestled Kairi, Asuka cost her the match, and the match EO versus Asuka didn't get announced for Mania.
You know what? Before I get into it, I want our viewers. I want you to close your eyes real quick, right? I imagine you have a job, right? You go overseas to work your dream job, and you start off training in that job, and you're the best in it's like 10 people training, and you're the best there. So obviously, right? They get you up to like where the main people go, the main office, and you're making all the good money, and you're working really hard at that job. At first, it's kind of tough, but then the bosses start to like you, your coworkers start to like you, and you grow, and you get promoted. You're employee of the year 2-3 years in a row. Easily the best, right? And then 2-3 years after being in the main office, promotion coming. And then you're like, oh, finally, this is me. I've been the hardest worker, best employee, never call out. I come in early, I stay late. I'm that guy. I'm getting that promotion. I'm getting that bread. Boss comes to you, shake your hand, says, yeah, we know all that stuff about you being employee of the year and stuff is cool, but we don't know what we're doing. We're inept, so we're gonna hire fucking Jelly Roll, and he's gonna get the promotion. What would you do? Because if I was EO Sky right now, I'm not gonna say what I do because I don't want Tones to do extra editing. But generally, what are they doing with EO and Asuka? Like, they had the best story going in before they got cut short. They usually that story was easily one of the hottest stories. She's easily the best wrestler in the women's division. She's over as hell. People want to see her. They're not happy that she's not on the mania card, yet she's not on the mania card. And if they add it on Friday, it's not like it's gonna have the same hype it would have had if this was a properly built match. And it's not like you don't have time for it. I know you have time for it because the other week, General had 4 segments. So I know you got time. I know you got it. Hold on, I'm gonna let you come in. I know you have time. I know you have resources. Why is your best, arguably the best in-ring wrestler in the company, is not on the card? That is a booking malpractice, and WWE headquarters should be burned down for this.
I will also say, there's only 6 matches on each night, so it's not as if you can't fit this on the card either. Because I'm not anticipating, especially on night 2, none of these matches are gonna be fucking 30-minute fucking classics. So like.
No.
You could have had the time. No, it's not you could have had time. You had the time. And like you said, EO easily is the best in ring in the women's division in WWE. Arguably the best in ring across the entire company. And Asuka,
I would say she's the best.
Huh?
I would say she's the best in the company. And Asuka is not far behind.
Yeah, I don't agree, but I digress. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, dude, I don't know how. I don't know how you can do this. We went from literally people talking about there might be 6, 7 women's matches on the card to there's 3. One of them is Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, which no one gives a fuck about, and one of them is Becky versus AJ, which we've already seen 2 times. So it's like, bro, like, and I'm not gonna lie, Io and Asuka, yeah, Io and Asuka are both better than all 6 women competing at WrestleMania. So it's like I don't even know how this, and it's not even like we're just saying get them on the card to get them on the card. They're literally feuding. You're telling the story. Yeah. You're just not putting them on the show. It's not like we're just, they're not doing nothing with Io. She should have been on the card. She's in a feud right now. She's in a feud. Just put her on the card. I don't understand.
This is how or it's time when somebody else was not in the Mania card. But this is how you lose people. When you work that hard for that many years and then you don't get rewarded and then you see what does get rewarded. That's how they lost CM Punk when he left. That's how you lose people. All those guys who requested the release and went to AEW, that's how you lose people. That's how they lost Andrade. That's how they lost Aleister Black. I mean, some of them came back, but like Andrade, you had Andrade come back. And you did it to him again, and then he went back to AEW. That's how you lose people. That's how you lose people to New Japan. That's how you lose people to AEW. And then you guys get mad and, why would you leave? You had all the stardom, blah, 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 all this, all that in WWE. But it's like, when I put in the work, I don't get rewarded. I'm going to be, it's like the job thing. If you did that at your job, you're getting on Indeed. Who else is hiring? You're not able to just sit there and just let your hard work, just be like, passed aside like that. You're gonna go look for other options that people are gonna appreciate you.
Yeah, especially considering like in this situation, you can tell like who you can tell what the fans want to see. Like it's not hard. Mm-hmm. You see the reaction she gets. She's one of the most over wrestlers in the entire company. So there's no excuse because not only is she over, because people will talk about you can wrestle, but can you do this? Are you over? She's not only over, but she's the best in the world, bell to bell. So it's like,
bro.
I just don't understand it. They're talking about they're gonna do the match at Backlash. Nobody gives a fuck about Backlash, dude. Nobody gives a fuck. You can call it WrestleMania Backlash. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody gives a fuck about Backlash, dude. Nobody. So I mean, I really don't give a fuck about them having the match at Backlash. She deserves to be on Mania. She's especially after what she did last year, bro, at WrestleMania. Arguably the greatest women's match in company history, barring maybe Sasha versus Bayley. Easily a top 2 women's match in company history. I don't give a fuck about Rhea versus Charlotte or Rhea versus Becky or this or that. That was a top 2 women's match in company history, and she was the MVP of that shit. So, I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, is what it is, I guess. We can't do anything about it, but it's a fucking travesty. Now,
it really is.
I will stick with the women real quick. Steph and Liv are fucking moving me, bro. They beat the shit out of each other again. When Liv Morgan was getting fucking dragged across, I don't know if you saw it, but like she looked like she was ready to like kill somebody, bro, legitimately. It literally feels like these 2 women hate each other, and I reckon they're going to put on a sneaky show stealer on night 1, bro.
I hope so. It's going to need it, so I hope
it is going to need it because the other 2 women's matches are not going to fucking deliver. I'll tell you that right now. But I'll talk about Gunther and Seth, and then we'll talk about Punk and Roman. Gunther and Seth, bro. I could cry real tears right now. Now, when you said Io was the best wrestler in the company across both divisions, and I said I disagree, it's because of one man from fucking Austria with a little comb over who calls himself the fucking ring general. He's the fucking... Bro, he's so good at this. And, like, with Seth, too, you can tell as a viewer, right, especially someone who's been watching it for a long time, when somebody, like, really cares and really loves this. And these 2 are probably the biggest example of that in the entire company. Them two, Cody and Punk, are the embodiment of, and Randy. I can't forget Randy. Those five, you can really tell the difference between somebody like Seth Rollins and somebody like Jade Cargill. Not only because obviously he's just better, but you can just tell Seth Rollins loves professional wrestling. He wouldn't have been back if he didn't. Because when he talks about Mania 32 and him having to miss Mania, he damn near starts choking up every fucking time he even mentions that shit. He fucking tore his shoulder off the bone a few months ago doing a move that he didn't have to do in a match that he didn't have to wrestle, and he's back for Mania wrestling what's gonna be the best match of the fucking card. I'm precogging it. I don't give a fuck what else is on the card. This is gonna be the best match. And this is just love of the game shit. And you can really tell when wrestlers love what they're doing. And I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, it's like as somebody who's like getting into like becoming a wrestler, very new to it, you can like a lot of the trainers that I've had, like you can tell they really understand wrestling, like as a concept, like what it's supposed to be. I feel like I see that with Gunther and Seth, like it's not even like a WWE or like this, that, whatever. It's like they just understand like pro wrestling, like as a concept, like as a philosophy, as an idea. They just understand what it's supposed to be like. No matter how you do it and how like you shape it, how you make that look, like everyone makes it look different. Like Gunther and Roman are two completely different wrestlers. Gunther and Seth are two completely different wrestlers, but they both just understand the feeling and the emotion we're supposed to feel, and they understand what they're supposed to do, whether it's on the mic or in the ring. They just get that, and I think Gunther especially, but Seth too. They're in a lot of these feuds and matches where people are just trying to do too much, and they're just trying to. They're fetting it up. Really, they're really the Fed is just do this bullshit. Nick Khan, and Ari Emanuel, and Triple H, and whoever else, just adding in unnecessary bullshit. And this feud is just like they're not doing any of that. They're keeping it simple. They're keeping it smart, and they really they really just understand what it is. And I really appreciate it. I really love it, and it's just so fun to watch. Two guys. Why these guys wrestling? Well, he thinks he's the best. No. I'm the best. So we're gonna go to the biggest stage, on the biggest night, and I'm gonna beat your ass. And I'm gonna show the world that I'm better than you. I take my money. There you go. That's all I need to see.
So what you said, they did have a promo. Rollins comes to the ring. Well, Gunther actually gets to the ring first, and he gets attacked by Rollins before he gets to say anything, and then he darts out of the ring. Rollins comes in the ring, says he gave Gunther a receipt for the last 2 weeks of sneaking him, and in 6 days, he'll finish the job. He says if it actually is personal for Gunther, and not just about him kissing Heyman's ass, he'd come to the ring and look him in the eye and tell him why he wants to fight him. So, it's at this point that Gunther's on the fucking ramp, and Seth Rollins says this, he kind of stares at Rollins for a few seconds, and he decides to go to the ring. He walks to the side of the ring where the bell's at, and he grabs a microphone. He gets in the ring. Oh my god, dude. He gets in the ring, and they go forehead to forehead. And they're one inch away from each other, and he just starts going. He says, for years, Seth Rollins struts around here and acts like he's the best. But he isn't. He says, but you're not. I am. Screams that shit with fucking full conviction. He says, while Gunther was world heavyweight champion, instead of seeking out the highest level of competition, Rollins became a useful idiot for Paul Heyman. He says it's personal to expose the fact that Rollins can't lace his boots, and then they start fighting again. So, this is fucking we already really said all we had to say about it, but it's like, this is gonna steal the show, and these guys are so fucking good at what they do. I'm hyped, bro. I was moved, bro. And like you said, and it's like, when people run the, like, I'm the best, no, I'm the best shit, it hits different when you have two guys who really are the best. Because...
yeah, they have a claim to it, yeah.
Yeah, these guys really are the best. So it's like, it makes it mean even more, because they it's legitimate. When Seth Rollins says he's the best, not only does he believe it, but it's like, oh shit, he might be the best. When Gunther says he's the best, not only can you tell he believes it, but it's like, oh shit, he probably is the best. So it's like this is gonna fucking hit like crack on Saturday night, bro. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, you just said you said it right there. Like when you have two guys, it's like Rock and Austin. Like they both had the claim to be number one, so when they were feuding over it, it just you just cared about it a little more. So the same thing here, same thing with like Punk and Roman, which we're sure about to get into stuff like that. When you just keep it simple like that, I mean, people, people are gonna want to watch it because they want to know who's the best. So
Yep. So and then obviously at the end of the show we get we get a promo with Roman and Punk for the last time. And this was fucking completely out of left field. This was not what I expected. And I'm not mad at it at all from what we got. So I have the transcription. So at the beginning of the show, they play this vignette that Roman made where he's talking about Punk and talking about what's going to happen at the end of the show, obviously, that they're going to face off. Roman says he told Punk to take advantage of his time and enjoy the relevancy he had left. He says Punk did exactly what he thought he would do. He lied. He said he tried to revise all of the Tribal Chief's history. He says the WWE Universe lived through it all, and all Punk did was expose himself as a hypocrite. He played a clip of Punk saying he has nothing to do with the Shield back in the day, and then plays a clip of Punk saying he brought the Shield into the business. He says he played a clip of Punk saying, I came here to make money, not to make friends, and then puts pictures up of Punk posing with Roxanne Perez and Cody Rhodes and a bunch of other people. He plays a clip of Pat McAfee talking about Punk's merch checks and the money that he gets from the merch. Roman says it's embarrassing. He says he likes Pat McAfee, but never in the world has a punter ever ran his mouth to me. He says no one believes Punk anymore. No one believes in Punk anymore. It's not 2012. He says in the main event segment, either Punk will tell the truth or he'll tell the truth for him. And this was the first thing we see on the show. I thought it was pretty cool. Obviously, everyone was talking about Punk's hypocrisy, if you will, every time he cuts a promo. They're going to do what they're going to do. And then obviously you have at the end of the show, Roman comes back out. He says, acknowledge me. And before the crowd can react, Punk's music hits. He comes to the crowd like he's in the fucking Shield, and then he stands on the announce table. He says after watching the cold open, what amounts to a political smear campaign put together by Roman, he's come out here to tell the truth, and says Roman can be the judge, jury, and executioner to tell him when he's telling lies. He says he hates Roman because he envies him. He says this is all I ever wanted and the only dream I've had since I was a kid, and I envy the fact that it was handed to you. He says he hates that Roman was champion for 1,316 days because after some self-reflection, he hates that he knows how hard Roman worked to be that great. He says the history books don't ask how, they ask how many. He says he hates how many times Roman has main evented WrestleMania. He says he hates that he feels this way. He says Sika was a great man, great wrestler, Hall of Famer, and that he loves and respects the old-timers, and that he hates that he invoked Roman's father's name in vain, and he sincerely apologized to him. And that's at this point that he actually gets into the ring. He says he hates that there's more than one royal family in professional wrestling, and that he hates and envies the fact that he wasn't born into one of them. He says he doesn't know what having that kind of family's like. He says he was a misfit that had to find his own family, and says he found them along his journey on the indies. He says he made pro wrestling his home by busting his ass as he wasn't born into it. He says he hates the fact that he feels this way again, and the fact that he has to share anything with Roman, including his first singles match headlining WrestleMania. So obviously last year was a triple threat. He says on April 19th, after the sun sets, he's going to have gold above his head, and the announcer's going to be saying, and still. So before we get to what Roman said, what do you think about all that?
I mean,
You didn't fuck with it?
I mean, not that I didn't fuck with it. It was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know about the whole apology thing. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel. Like, I don't think it was bad. It certainly wasn't bad. It just didn't move me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
the apology was kind of caught me off guard, but the whole hating because he envies Roman is actually very believable. because
I like that.
when you look at them, it's like Punk worked his whole life for this. He wasn't born into it. Roman's his whole dream was to main event WrestleMania. Roman's done that shit double digit times. So it's like you can obviously get from that he's gonna be envious of this guy who's achieved everything he's wanted to achieve plus more, and didn't have a hard time doing it. He didn't have to work as hard as Punk had to work. He didn't have to go through the indies. He didn't have to do this and that. He was just kind of born into it, and he grew up in it. So obviously you can see why Punk would be envious of this guy and dislike him. So it makes perfect sense. I don't know. The apology thing was kind of weird, but I thought everything else makes sense.
Yeah.
Roman gets the mic.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
Roman gets the mic and says, "That's the truest stuff, Punk, that he's ever heard Punk say up until the end," when obviously Punk said he was going to win. He says he hates Punk too. He says he has for a long time, but the main reason is because of Punk's relationship with the fans. He says he hopes to get to a point one day when he leaves that they miss him and chant for him as much as they do for Punk. He says the truest thing Punk has is the connection he's made with the fan base. He says on Sunday, Punk's prediction is his truth, but not the reality. He says he gave Punk an opportunity to run the show, and he's done nothing with it. He says on Sunday, we fixed the mess that Punk started, and we put this place back to where I had it. He says the Tribal Chief takes back over, and everyone will acknowledge him once again.
That was good stuff. That was solid.
Yeah, I mean, that shit does kind of hit, because it's like, since Mania 40, bro, shit really hasn't been the same, bro, whether niggas want to admit it or not. So, like, Roman can say that. He literally can say, we're going to bring this shit back to where I had it. Because, nigga, I had this shit somewhere, bro. Like, Mania 39, Mania 40, when he had the belt, whatever reason it is for, the shit was better than it is now. I'll just say that. And obviously, the Mania ticket sales are a reflection of that.
Yeah. I did like that, like, Roman can say that, because, like, it's, like, kind of more in kayfabe, but I don't like work shoots when they're like, dude, doesn't the company low-key suck right now?
We'll
like,
get into that, bro. We'll get into that, bro.
Remember they were like, oh, it was like, oh, restore the feeling. Don't tell new viewers the feeling is gone. If I turn on your fucking TV and your top star's like, I got an ass, I'm like, this nigga right, I'm gonna go do something else. So I don't really like that, but I think in this context it kind of worked. But I think in general, I don't like when people do that. Like, oh, it's not as good as it used to be. Which there is a nigga out there that's his whole gimmick. So let's get into that.
Well, before we get into that, since we're already talking about Punk and Roman, I reckon we'll just start our night 2 predictions before we get into night 1.
Okay.
So
you want to go from main event backwards? I have them like in order. Well, whatever order the site gave me.
So we'll just go. I guess we'll just start with night 2. Actually, no. We'll fuck it. We'll start from night 1. We'll start at night 1. So
I think but I think I fucked up the order.
Okay, so
whatever. Just go ahead.
Night 1, we got the Usos and LA Knight versus the Vision and Speed, bro.
My prediction is I'll be on the toilet watching TikTok when this match is on. But for a winner, for the Usos.
Yeah, I got the Usos and LA Knight. I mean, I don't think. Yeah,
nah, I just pins LA Knight.
Imagine,
which is lucky.
Yeah, nah, I reckon Speed does a couple of jumps or whatever, and Austin Theory eats the pin. Other than that, I don't really give a fuck about this match, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. I don't think anybody really does. But they did confirm that this match is gonna open night 1. So, I guess Drew versus Jacob.
I got Jacob on that one.
Yeah, without a fucking doubt. I don't think there's any chance Drew McIntyre wins this match. I also think they reported that he was going to film a movie after this, so him winning doesn't even fucking begin to even make any sense. I reckon after this he's
Fatu?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, for sure.
So, yeah, I mean, this has been a good build. The best they could do it, I guess. I reckon it'll be a good match. Obviously, it's the unsanctioned match, but I think we talked about this before when it got announced for an unsanctioned match. It's like WWE's version of Extreme just isn't fucking doesn't move
No.
me. It doesn't do anything for me. So maybe these guys can do something because obviously these are two fucking violent men. But we'll see. Then we got the women's tag team titles match.
I
We got Alexa
oh
Bliss and Charlotte versus
no, no, I know. I didn't put I put the match and then I'll tell you what I put.
oh yeah, who
Um,
do you got?
who's gonna win? The Bellas.
Yeah, I got the hey we're three for oh shit my headphones. We're 3 for 3 right now. But you know I hold on. All right, bet we're back. Again, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can,
All
yep.
right, bet. So again, I mean, I don't care to be honest. If you're on the toilet for the opening match, I'm on the toilet for this. I couldn't care less.
I probably this is the match where I go on my phone and like start ordering food.
Yeah, I've been on record saying they should burn these championships. Um, I don't care, bro. I reckon the Bellas are gonna win, but it's not 2013. Nobody cares about the Bellas. Um,
I didn't care in 2013. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Becky versus AJ. What are we thinking?
Um, I low key think AJ's gonna win.
Yeah,
I don't know why I think that.
I think AJ's gonna win as
But
well, and I think it's because I reckon she's gonna stick around, and if she does stick around, I don't think they're gonna take the title off her. Um,
mhm.
there's obviously other people she's gonna want to wrestle. I think her having the title helps because she has something to wrestle for. Um, and I think Becky has one foot out the door, and she's already had the title. She kind of made the title, so I don't think her getting the title back really does anything. It kind of would make it seem like that title is kind of like relying on Becky to be relevant, and you obviously don't
Mhm.
want that. So I think they're gonna keep the title on AJ, and eventually when she loses, whether it be to Roxanne Perez or JC Jane or whoever the fuck young star she drops it to, I think she'll help make somebody. Gunther versus Rollins, bro.
What did I put? Oh, I know what I put. The fans.
Me,
We win.
I'm gonna win. Fuck everybody else.
We
I'm
win.
gonna win, bro. You know, I can't talk.
That's actually fair.
I can't talk enough about this shit. You know, I think it's finally come to the. Everybody knows Jeff Hardy's my favorite wrestler of all time. He
Mhm.
really made me really like get into this shit. But I think his run's over, bro. I think Seth Rollins is my favorite wrestler of all time, and it's not even like this really has done shit. But I just know that like after this match is over, the stuff I'm gonna be feeling is gonna be fucking. I'm gonna be in a state of euphoria after this match. And Seth Rollins, what a career this guy. He's gonna lose though. I will say that he's not winning this fucking match.
I actually put the fans, so I didn't even put a position, but yeah, I'll just agree with you, so we can keep the train going. Gunther will win.
Yeah. So, I think Gunther kind of has to win it. I mean, I wouldn't say he has to win. Obviously, losing to Seth Rollins isn't really gonna break any balls around here. He's the fucking best wrestler of this generation in this company. But I reckon Braun Breaker interferes.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
So I
Very
mean,
cool.
they were saying he's cleared, and they kept him off TV. So obviously, 1+1 = 2. Big return Mania, big star, big program coming out of Mania. Rollins and Breaker. Um, Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer. I got Liv
Yeah,
Morgan.
for sure.
I just think it's time, bro. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
to no fault of her own, the Stephanie Vaquer title run's been absolute dog shit. They haven't really done anything with her whatsoever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Again, to no fault of her own. But yeah, I think it's Liv's moment, bro. It's Liv's moment, man.
I mean, all the title runs in WWE kind of suck. Like they just don't know how to book
Aside
title
from
runs at
Punk,
all.
Punk's putting on a fucking
Yeah, Punk's, yeah. Well, Punk is like like when like you're an artist and like you don't fit the mold at all, but like your music's so good, you just fucking rise above it. You're not even signed to a label. You just rise above it and you just go platinum.
Yeah.
That's Punk. Like he's just better. He's just better than the label. So like he just like you can't even try to make it shit ash because he's rising above it.
Yeah. So now we have the main event of night one: Cody versus Randy. Now, do you want to? How much?
No wrestling? Is that not General versus Pat McAfee? The main event?
So, do you want? How much do you want to get into? So, I'll just say the biggest gripe I've had, and I actually posted a TikTok about this on our TikTok page. So, initially when Pat McAfee came out, he kind of said, he said, why do I have to watch 255 guys wrestling 45-minute, which doesn't fucking happen on WWE television, ever. There's no Iron Man matches. There's no 45-minute matches ever on WWE. He talked about the Attitude Era, even though Randy Orton was in high school during the Attitude Era, which Cody actually talked about in his promo. Or not in his promo. It might have been in an interview he did, but either way,
he said
yeah.
I did see the clip. He said too bad in the ring.
Yeah. So, and then in McAfee's last promo, let me just pull it up because.
You have it written down?
Huh? Yeah, I have it written down.
You have it written down.
So.
Okay, good.
So in his last one, he says after he talked about Punk, he says tickets. So he had the announcement. I'm not going to get into the Pat McAfee and CM Punk stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. He's not wrestling CM Punk. CM Punk's on the other night. I don't really care what Pat McAfee says about CM Punk. So he says he decided to be our hero and points to the board.
The
Yeah. He says none of you deserve it. Even though none of us deserve it, he decided to help. He said he called Ram Trucks and said, do you want to help wrestling fans get to WrestleMania? He says tickets are now 25% off for Mania Saturday, only night one, due to him calling Ram Trucks. He says he wouldn't recommend anybody spend money to go to or watch WrestleMania Sunday, but 25% off an all-time event when Randy Orton is going to save the business and win number 15. And then Cody comes out. I don't know if there's anything of note I want to talk about. Says they're not marks, they're customers. Blah, blah, blah. They're his family. He says, blah, blah, blah. For the fans agree.
Cody cut a pretty good promo, I thought.
Yeah, he did. But he did. Cody.
He had to, man.
Yeah, so at the end of that segment, that's when Randy Orton drags out Jelly Roll and they start fighting. So I want to talk about Pat McAfee. So essentially, they've sent him out there for the past 2 weeks to say, the product sucks, the business sucks, the talent sucks, our top guy sucks, our championship sucks. Don't go to WrestleMania Sunday. Don't even watch it. It sucks. Aside from Randy Orton, everything sucks. Don't pay money to watch it. Don't pay money to go to the show. Everything sucks. So it's just, this is the most backwards angle I've ever fucking seen in my, what is this going to be? My almost 14 years of watching professional. I've never seen any angle where essentially they're sending somebody out there to say the business fucking sucks. Everything about our product besides this one guy is fucking garbage. Don't pay money to watch it. I've never seen that.
This genuinely, people throw this around when AEW was kind of downtick. They called it WCW 2000. This specific angle is WCW 2000. This is some shit Vince Russo would book. Not even trying to over exaggerate whatever. This is some of the lowest of the low, terrible wrestling I've ever seen. I'm not just saying it's happening right now. It's actually actively bad, and it's making me not want to watch. And this is so bad. It's making me not want to watch New Japan. Not even AEW. This is so bad. I don't want to watch New Japan. It's one of the worst angles I've ever seen in my life. and I'm low key happy we got to live through this because all the old heads, they had WCW in 2000, they had TNA. Yeah, they had good wrestling, but you know, had the crazy angles. We had some, you know, when Vince was in WWE, we had some stinkers. I don't think we ever had done this crazy.
Never, never, never,
Maybe like the
never.
dog food, but that was one seg.
No, that wasn't as a. This is the fucking WWE Championship match at
Yeah,
WrestleMania,
that
bro.
was one seg. This is multiple weeks angle of the main event of WrestleMania
Yeah,
with Cody
with the
Rhodes
most
and Randy
important
Orton.
championship in the entire industry, and it's about Pat McAfee and Jelly
Like,
Roll.
so like in a weird way, I'm kind of glad we're living through it like live. So in like 10, 20 years, when they see something, when they're like, if our like kids watch wrestling and they see some bullshit, they're like, hey, that's bad, but you didn't see what we in tone saw, bro. This is actually probably the worst angle WWE's ever run.
Yeah, so Cody actually just recently did an interview. I've been told that some people in Pat McAfee's orbit thinks he's the next Sylvester Stallone. And that's what Ari Emanuel said. Because if you didn't know, what the reports are is this was an Ari Emanuel thing. And Ari Emanuel is Pat McAfee's agent in Hollywood. So basically the sentiment is Ari Emanuel shoehorned Pat McAfee into this. And Ari Emanuel's been on record saying he thinks Pat McAfee is the next Sylvester Stallone. I've never seen any movie that Pat McAfee's been in. I don't know that he's ever been in any movies. He's obviously not the next fucking Sylvester Stallone. He needs to get off my television. But what's more intriguing is what Cody says after. I don't know if I'm getting that. Everyone around Pat McAfee, his orbit, he probably someone needs to say no every now and then. So he basically said this guy surrounds himself with a bunch of yes men. Is basically what he said.
Yeah, which is true. I mean, I've seen the Pat McAfee show before. All those
That
guys are
shit's
fucking
unbearable.
dorks.
It's unbearable, bro.
And
I fucking hate that
I
show,
used
dude.
to, and when like Adam Cole was on it and shit, I watched it like those episodes. Like watching it when it's just him and his fucking group of dorks. It's like
Just fucking dweebs,
terrible,
dude. It's
like
so bad.
like terrible right wing pipeline bullshit that I just hate. Those guys are like, I couldn't imagine being a background character on another nigga show. Imagine this was the Tone show, and I just sat over here and I was like,
Well,
"Come on, Tone, shit, y'all." Seth Rollins, like that's all I did. It's all I did the whole time. I just sat back there and just glazed them. No, that's what they do. It's crazy, man.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know how anybody watches that, but you know, Future Zone, I guess.
it's fucking terrible. This fucking angle is fucking terrible. And, like, I'm obviously, like, Pat McAfee, Cody Rhodes, they're the main, like, things we're talking about. But Randy Orton, in my opinion, is one of the 5 greatest to ever fucking step through the ropes. And this is what you're subjecting him to in his fucking twilight years, feuding with somebody who he has the most history with out of anybody else in the company for the WWE. This is what you're subjecting Randy fucking Orton to. You're going to tell me, obviously, this shit isn't real, obviously, but you're going to tell me in kayfabe, Randy Orton needed Pat McAfee to remind him how to go about things and how to win a fucking championship in the WWE. You're going to have me believe Randy Orton needed Pat McAfee how to remind him to be Randy Orton? That's what you're going to have me believe. And then, and not only that, but, you know, I think it was JD and Solomonster that brought this up when this shit was happening in real time, because obviously we haven't recorded. But, one, they didn't learn their lesson last year with the Travis Scott and John Cena shit, because it's essentially the same exact thing. Obviously that shit was garbage. This shit is much worse. But, not only that, but last year, the whole shit with John Cena was, I'm going to kill professional wrestling. I'm going to win the WWE Championship, and I'm going to retire with it, and I'm going to kill the business. And Cody had to save the business. He was the babyface. He had to win the title back and save professional wrestling. But now, you're going to have us believe that Pat McAfee and Randy Orton need to save the business from Cody. It doesn't make any fucking sense. What are you saving us from? What are you saving us from?
I guess the point is like, oh, well, it's not as good as back when we watched it, right? I think what Ari and them are trying to do is have Pat. He's kind of
So
you know
again,
the
I know
people like
they're
on
trying to
Facebook.
he wants to appeal to people who aren't watching the show. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Because if for one fucking second these idiots think that people who watched this company in the Attitude Era are gonna see Pat McAfee and tune into WrestleMania and buy the ESPN package or buy a ticket to WrestleMania to go see this shit, they're fucking stupid. There's no person, dude. If if you have a guy who watched wrestling, who was an avid wrestling fan in the Attitude Era, and you have them turn on SmackDown, they're gonna fucking turn it off and call you a dweeb and tell you to grow up and watch something else. They're not gonna fucking
they
like this
do.
shit. Not only are they not gonna
They,
like this shit, they're not gonna buy a fucking ticket to go to WrestleMania. They think, dude, the fact that they think this guy is a fucking ticket mover is some of the most, dude, it's some of the most diluted shit I've ever seen. These guys are so out of touch with reality. Nobody is going to empty their pockets who wasn't going to go before to go to WrestleMania because Pat McAfee is in Randy Orton's corner. Nobody's going to do that. I promise nobody's going to do that. He's not moving fucking tickets. Jelly Roll's not moving tickets. What would have moved tickets if you let Randy Orton be Randy Orton, you let him kick Cody in the head a couple weeks ago on SmackDown. You play a couple flashback video packages, show me some legacy footage, maybe get a Bob Orton cameo. You have Randy Orton salivating on the fucking screen like he used to do. That would have sold tickets. This guy is not a fucking ticket mover. Pat McAfee is barely a mainstream personality. He's not even a household name. How the fuck is he gonna be a ticket mover? I don't understand it, bro.
I can give you a first hand anecdote on that exact shit right there because I did something I never do. I watched SmackDown live last Friday, and my girlfriend was here, and we watched it, and I showed her. We watched Jelly Roll was out when we watched it, and then I showed her a Pat McAfee clip as well. And she literally looked at me and she was like, "How the fuck do you how do you watch this? I go and watch wrestling when I have it on. She's not really a wrestling fan, but she's like, how do you watch this? She was like, how did you see this and then try to become a wrestler? And I'm like, you gotta understand.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I'm trying to like explain. I'm like, this isn't all of it, but at the same time, WWE is the industry leader, right? If I'm trying to show somebody wrestling the first time, the first thing they're gonna think is WWE. There's people who don't even know that pro wrestling is called pro wrestling. They think WWE. So if I throw in WWE, if I throw in the industry leader, I throw in SmackDown, and Pat McAfee is telling them how fucking shit the product is, they're literally gonna look at me and probably throw me in a locker or some shit, and like, fucking give me a swirly in the toilet. Like they're gonna think I'm a nerd. So that's all that to say. Thank you TKO for making our great sport look like a fucking joke in a circus because that's what we all want. I'm gonna go fly to Vegas for me.
And not
Thank you.
only that, but when Pat McAfee talks about the Attitude Era, like these people, people will say that, but like Pat McAfee and Randy Orton, like this guy isn't Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like I don't even know what you think Randy Orton's gonna win the title, and all of a sudden we're gonna go back to like nothing's gonna change. Randy Orton is not. He like all respect to Randy, but he just wasn't like he wasn't even a part of the Attitude Era. And not only that, but what Randy did and what Randy is so different than what the Attitude or what the people leading the Attitude Era were. Randy Orton is nothing like Stone Cold. He's nothing like The Rock. He's nothing like Triple H. He's nothing like Taker. He's nothing like any of those guys. So how the fuck are you even gonna use Randy Orton to resonate with Attitude Era fans? It doesn't even begin to make any sense. And again, nobody who stopped watching the product is going to start watching it again because of Pat McAfee. I'll tell you that right fucking now. He's not moving tickets. With that being said, Randy Orton is going to win the match, though.
Unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I'm mad Randy's going to do the belt, but like, how long is Pat going to be here, man? Is this going to be a long-running thing? Like, is this going after Mania? If it is, bro, just shock it up. Just shock SmackDown up, man. I'm done with it. But I do think Randy is gonna win. I thought he was gonna win the moment he went chamber. I thought he was gonna win that match.
Facts.
But and this shit, I mean, this shit's terrible. I feel bad for Randy. I feel bad for Cody. Yeah.
All right.
Give me Randy as a win.
Night 2 opener, Oba versus Brock. Who do you got?
Oba should win, better win. I think he's gonna win.
Okay, hold on. Let me write these down because I want to keep track for when I beat you.
I have it in here too. I mean, are we even differed one time?
Now we are. Because Obafemi's going to
Oh,
lose, bro.
oh hell no.
You know, I don't want to feel this way, but they didn't let Brock do anything. Not one time. He's looked like a complete dweeb this entire build. He's been getting bitched around every arena they've been in this entire build. And I don't know, bro. I don't think they're gonna do it, bro. I think Brock's gonna win.
So you think they're gonna say that instead of the win being the thing that launches Oba, the build up was the thing that launches Oba, so now Brock gets the win.
Yep. Unless they run it back, which they could, but I would say they could run it back.
Brock,
what?
Brock will definitely get the Mania. If they wrestle again, Brock will get the Mania win. For sure.
Yeah, obviously. Because if Oba wins that Mania, they have no reason to wrestle again. But I think Brock's gonna win. You know, I would say they'd run it back at SummerSlam, but it's looking like Gunther's gonna retire this guy at SummerSlam. So I don't even know. Because SummerSlam's in Minneapolis, which is Brock Lesnar's backyard. And Gunther obviously has the thing with Heyman. Which presumably is a match with Brock Lesnar with his career on the line. So I think Gunther is going to end up retiring this guy later this year. So part of me wants to say Oba's going to win because I don't know when they'll have time to run it back. But just based off what I've been seeing, I don't think Brock Lesnar ever even he didn't do anything to this guy for the past 4 weeks. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. IC title ladder match.
Oh my god, I didn't even write that in.
I got Penta retaining.
Oh wait, who's in that match?
I
forget. I know it's Penta.
Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, Rusev, and JD McDonough.
Javon or Dragon Lee?
Really?
We'll get a boost. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that will
I don't think Dragon Lee has a fucking shot in the dark of winning this match. I think it's clearly either. I think it's clearly either Javon Evans or Penta, and I just think Penta's gonna win. I think they'll hold off on Javon for a little bit longer.
I can see that too. Yeah.
Sammy versus Trick. And is there anything you want to talk about regarding this before you talk about your prediction?
Actually, is something I want to talk about. A fellow black male from Massachusetts in his 20s who is friends with one of my trainers.
Carmelo Hayes is over 30, I believe. I don't think he's in his 20s.
Oh, pretend he's in his 20s. The fact that he's not. You remember I was talking about EO, and I was talking about how leaving her off the Mania card, is something you do. You're penalizing somebody for working hard. Triple that, and put it on Carmelo Hayes, because unlike EO, Carmelo Hayes has never been on WrestleMania. He's never made event at a pay-per-view. He's never been world champion. He's never been considered one of the top guys. But this was his moment to be on the biggest wrestling show of the year and show the fans that he not only is going to be a big star, but is potentially already a big star. He literally has turned chicken shit into chicken salad repeatedly, over and over and over again. You gave him the Miz. He overcame that. You had the thing with Andrade before that didn't go anywhere. He overcame that. He overcame all the bad booking. He overcame everything that y'all gave him. We Want Melo went from Twitter to the arenas. They loved him. They chanted for him. They wanted him on Mania. And what did you do? Spit on his face, and you just threw him out the door. And then not only that, Sammy is wrestling the guy who was Melo's manager at NXT. If I was Carmelo Hayes, I'd be on Dynamite on Wednesday. He's better than me. This is honestly a bigger shame than EO, because EO has had so much prior success. You tell a young guy, he did everything they want WWE mid-carders to do to grow. Kept his head down, worked hard, got in good shape, wrestled great matches, cut great promos, got over organically, and he still doesn't get rewarded. You just pick the guy that you wanted anyways because he's fucking built better and he's a decent promo. So what's even the fucking point then? At
No, the
that point,
thing
what's even the
is, they didn't choose Trick over Mello. They chose Sami Zayn over Mello. That's the disconnect that you're
both.
having. The
They
thing is,
chose that. They
this
chose
match should
that
have
match.
been Mello versus Trick. Simple as that.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
I know you talked about like this is a bigger travesty than EO, and rarely do I like. I'm not a person who gets mad, but like this actually like pissed me off. Like genuinely, like this actually like even now talking about it, I'm getting fucking pissed off because it doesn't even like begin to even make any fucking sense. I don't understand. Like I can't wrap my fucking brain around not having this guy on the fucking card. I don't even want to talk about it that much because it's genuinely pissing me off. Because like Carmelo Hayes is one of my favorite wrestlers. He's been arguably the best wrestler in the company for this calendar year. And it's like it and not only that, but like Sami Zayn, dude, Sami Zayn
Bro,
right now is fucking unbearable to watch on TV, bro. It's
it
so
is like
fucking stupid. It's so lame. It's so boring. He just cries and whines and complains all the time. He bro, like and he's not bad in the ring, but it's becoming a situation where every time he's in the ring, it's the same shit over and over and over, and there's nothing he can do in the ring that Carmelo Hayes can't do. There's nothing he can do on the
nothing.
mic that Carmelo Hayes can't do. But the only thing is, Carmelo Hayes has been doing it for the entire year, whereas Sami Zayn hasn't done anything remotely relevant over the course of the entire year besides lose and lose and lose again. So it's like, what even is the justification for this? There's no. If you really wanted to get Sami Zayn on the card, you could have just easily done a triple threat match. You literally just kicked him to the curb for no rhyme or reason. There was no reason to do
I,
this.
I don't know why it's not a 3-way. I can't. I'm like I thought they did the fuck finish with Trick so
Exactly.
it could be a 3.
Exactly. I was just gonna reference that. It's like you did the fuck finish for no reason because the next week you just beat him clean. So
Yeah, that
what
was
the fuck was
just
even the point of that? It's like you did the fuck finish to give niggas a glimmer of hope, and then you said fuck you to us, and even a bigger fuck you to him. So it's like, what does somebody have to do to get on the card? And no disrespect to Trick, I love Trick. I think Trick's great. I think Trick deserves this. But it's like, bro, what has he done that Mello has? What does Mello have to do? It's like I guess the sentiment. Like I said, I think this should have been Mello versus Trick. I think both these guys should be on the card. Granted, Trick is fucking how much the audience likes this guy. It's kind of hard to deny. But nobody gives a fuck about Sami Zayn, which is the next thing. He's not supposed to be a heel. But
bro.
nobody fucking cares about this guy right now. It's fucking terrible television. His character sucks. His gimmick fucking sucks. The matches aren't that good. What is the fucking why did they have to do this?
So I like Sammy as a wrestler. Like I think he's a good wrestler, but this run, like this 2026 run, has actually been like
It's the worst of his career.
absurdly terrible. Like the way he is, the way the crowd treats him, the way his stories are booked, it's terrible. You were right on that. Like he literally gets on the mic and he just cry. Like he was on the mic Friday and he was trying to get some kind of baby face. Like he was just
My
screaming and
ride
crying.
or
He was
die fan screaming in the mic and shit. Nigga, nobody's
he's,
riding
he's,
right now.
he's
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 pointing at no he's pointing at niggas booing him, bro. Nobody like bro,
mhm.
like oh my god, dude.
And he's just like, I'm gonna be here for you. I'm here for you. And they're just calling him Sammy Hogan. They don't care about him anymore, man. And you can blame the booking, blame Sammy, blame both. You can blame inflation. You can blame whatever you want. It's not working. It's not clicking at all, man. And then you had a guy who was clicking with the audience, and then you just threw him to the side. Like
This is what I'm saying. It's like it's not only a situation where like these guys don't care. Like they'll have us believe they do what the fans want and they care what the fans want, but it's just like time and time again, they do the complete opposite of what the fans want. And it's not like
Mm-hmm.
they don't know what the fans want, because like I said, in wrestling, the easiest thing to do is to know what the fans want, because they tell you every fucking night, whether it's on
Mm-hmm.
social media or on fucking in the arena. And it's not even a situation where, because some situations the IWC will be separate from the fans in the arena. Like take Jey Uso for example. The IWC hates
Mm-hmm.
on Jey Uso, but there's no denying when Jey Uso comes to the ring, we see what the fuck happens. We look in the crowd. Damn near every other person in these crowds has Yeet shirts on and the fucking sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
But when it
Yep.
comes to this, everyone was on the same fucking page. Nobody wants to see Sami Zayn. Everybody wants to see Carmelo Hayes. Everyone was on the
Mm-hmm.
same page. IWC, elementary school, arena, nursing home, hospital. Everybody wants to see Carmelo Hayes. Nobody wants to see Sami Zayn. So I just don't understand the rationale behind this. It doesn't make any sense.
I think like if your mom, yeah, you the guy watching this, if you showed your mom Mello and Sammy, they're gonna pick Mello every time. Like this run, like every time. He's been better in 2026. He's been better than 90% of WWE. He's been better than them, and you don't get reward again. This is how you get people that are complacent and they don't work hard, and they start control of their body. Their image work suffers. This is how you get that, and then you wonder what happened to that guy. His 2026 was so far. It's shit like this. When they don't feel their hard work being rewarded, they're not gonna work hard, and either they're gonna go to a different company or they're gonna just fucking sit in catering and collect checks.
Yeah, I mean, it, dog. Like, I don't even like, bro. Like, like this shit just. It's actually fucking like annoying when stuff like this happens. But thankfully, I know I'm gonna be right about the outcome of this match, and Trick Williams is gonna win the United States Championship.
I put Sammy with the heel turn. He's gonna turn heel in the match and win.
Turn heel in the match and like cheat to win.
Or cheat, yeah. They'll do a double turn.
Dude, you know, like I just don't like. It's just it's there's no reason, because it's like a Trick. Everything has been organic, so now they're gonna start forcing. They're gonna turn him babyface. They're gonna start forcing it. They're gonna start fucking selling the fur coats in the sun, bro. Dude,
They're gonna sell the
I
long
can
pepper steppers.
I can
They're
see
gonna
it
be shit
now,
quality.
bro. He's gonna be just diluted and
They're gonna
don't
fed
get
him. They're gonna fed
yeah. Um, well, we haven't talked about Lil Yachty up to this point, so I'm not even gonna. But Finn versus Dom.
him.
I mean, no, Rhea versus Jade. Rhea versus Jade.
Oh, Rhea.
You think Rhea's gonna win?
Yes.
I think Jade's gonna win. I think Bianca should be on her way back, and that's the match that they wanted to do and never got to do. So I think that's the direction they're headed. I think they're gonna have Bianca beat Jade, and then they're gonna go towards Rhea versus Bianca at either SummerSlam or Mania.
I would like that. I mean, I think they might do Jade Bianca no title. A backlash or something.
Dude, Jade wrestling for no time. Like,
One match. That's how. If you're gonna do it, that you got to be one match. Can't be like a trilogy, bro.
she's so trash.
It really is that serious though. Like she really is like you can tell she is here so she can go play Storm in the MCU. Like you can just tell. She's not. I don't think there's ever been a point in her life where she had love for the game. Not in AW. Like I said it before when we first talked about her. If Brian Danielson trains you and you don't get it then, chalk it up. Chalk it up, man. It's over. And she didn't get it then, and she's not getting it now. I don't know what Matt Bloom is telling her to do, but it's not the right shit. Not in the ring, certainly not in the mic.
This is a main event feud, right?
What?
This, the world title feud.
Jade? I mean, in
This
theory.
this is bro. This is the single worst world title feud in Wrestlemania history.
Second worst. Pat McAfee with Shayla was the worst. That's the worst thing.
Jordan, what are the odds that we get the two worst world title feuds in WWE history in WrestleMania history on the same Mania? What are the odds of that, bro?
On the same Mania, on the same show. They're both on SmackDown.
On the same show, dude. This shit sucks, dude. This shit is. We have like Rhea is a shell of her former self in terms of, and I don't know if it's because she's working with Jade, or if it's because I find it hard to believe she just got worse. I don't think that's the case. It sucks, man. It just sucks, and like you can't pay me to care, because it would be one thing if the build was trash and you had a situation like with Cody and Randy. This shit fucking sucks. It's arguably the worst angle of all time. But once that bell rings, we know what we're going to get. We know what we're going to get. And with Rhea and Jade, it's one of the worst builds of all time. And contrastively, once the bell rings, we know what we're going to get. And it isn't going to be good. It isn't.
You know something else I don't like about this build? Riho. I hate Riho.
Dude.
I hate that tag team.
You know, I was going to get into Riho when we talked about Io, but I'll let you have it, bro.
I'll be short so you can get some too.
No, you can have it, bro.
Okay, fair enough, bro. I like the idea of like these two top stars tagging together, right? And winning the belts. Like, especially, all right, they're not in the world title scene right now. They're not really doing anything. They're probably friends in real life. They're friends on screen. And they come together, they win the belts. How a short little reign, they drop it. Right? You make the belts feel bigger because your two biggest stars have the belts. Whatever team beats them are gonna be bigger because you're beating the two biggest stars. Whatever. Great Super Rays, that was fire. Boom. And then whenever Rhea or Io needs backup, they got somebody to call. Whatever. It's not that though. It's this weird, like, Io is her, like, kid / lesbian lover. Like, Io's a little baby. She's like 37 and she could kill most people. Like, if you fought Io in real life, she'd probably kill you. And like, they're treating her like she's like, oh, like a little baby. Like, and they're also like gay sometimes. And sometimes they're not. It's weird. And I don't want to see that. You can have like homoerotic storylines. Like Mariah and Tony, for example, was a great story that really blurred the lines between, you know what I mean? Which I'm not mad. Like, you can do that shit. I think that's gas. But this is like, you just like setting up for someone to draw you to like draw Io pregnant or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just getting weird, bro.
And Rhea and Io aren't feuding with each other.
They're not feuding with each other, and they're not. It's just her little puppy dog, and then she gets beat up by Jade for no reason.
Now, it would be one thing if somebody else was if this was somebody else's gimmick. But like said, Io is the best in the world. So imagine like MJF was a fucking lackey. What do you mean? He's the best wrestler in the world. It doesn't even begin to make any sense. Io is doing this Riho thing where she's kind of just like a tool used for like for people to get at Rhea through, but it's like she's better than Rhea, so it doesn't even make sense. And no, so Rhea's great. I think Rhea's one of the best women ever wrestle, but it doesn't make any sense. If they're not in the tag division, they just keep them away. Io doesn't gain anything. It's actively hurting her and her credibility because she's getting beat up by Jade Cargill, and then she's losing matches on Raw. It just, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, and like I said, like you can have if you're gonna do that, shitty little faction that Jade has, you can have a scenario where they jump her and then Io comes out for a save for a pop, and then maybe you run a tag match with the two Yankees and Rio. Like whatever, sure, that's a good way to fill time with the build. Like, I'm fine with that. But then it's like they don't at no point do Io and Rhea look like equals in that tag team. At no point. At no point do they look like a cohesive unit. They don't look like a strong tag team. Like a good example, right? Obviously, these guys are the goats. I'm not expecting two singles wrestlers to be on the Young Bucks level, right? But like Nick is a better wrestler than Matt. But if you're watching it, it's not like Matt is like his little puppy. Like Matt is like in kayfabe on like equal footing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and Matt also legitimately is one of the best in the world as well.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, they're both awesome, by the way. But like at no point are they like, does it feel like one's like bringing like they're both on equal footing? A tag team where there's a hierarchy, unless you're gonna do a turn, doesn't work, and they're not turning anytime soon. They probably shouldn't. So you just make Io your best in ring wrestler look like a dork to get simply points from
Like,
Rhea,
dude,
and
like
it's not working.
you don't even have
It's
to
not working.
go the Young Buck route. Fucking Charlotte and Alexa have a great dynamic. And obviously
They,
Charlotte is a bigger star than Alexa Bliss. Charlotte's
mm-hmm.
one of the biggest stars in terms of women ever. But they have a great dynamic. Io and Rhea, it's just like again, it's like Rhea is Io's mother. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
It's fucking weird. It's cringe. Io deserves better. And this match is gonna suck. But Rhea's gonna lose, I think.
they both deserve better, bro. If I'm being completely honest.
Well, I mean, Rhea's in the world title feud at WrestleMania. What else? Like,
Anything else would be better. I'm not gonna lie.
I think they should have wrestled each other at Mania. That's what I think should have happened because
I mean, that.
again, Rhea's never beaten Io. So I mean, but
Alrighty,
that
alright, your turn.
was I did have that in. Oh no, Bianca wouldn't have even had to come back. You could have had Jade versus Charlotte, which you teased multiple times since Jade's debut. I mean, I don't have the pen, bro, but
I think Jade said in her interview or something like that she didn't want to wrestle Rhea. She
no,
wanted to wrestle
she
Charlotte.
thought she said she thought it was gonna be Charlotte. That's what she said. So it's like,
Yeah.
bro, like obviously, if she had that thought, then more than likely that was possible. So I mean, well, obviously it was fucking possible. Charlotte's on the show, and I doubt either one of them fucking declined to wrestle. That's neither here nor there.
Maybe Charlotte was like, I'm not carrying you to a 2-star match. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna chill with Alexa, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not taking long.
So last thing before the main event, Dom versus Finn. I got the Demon winning.
If the Demon don't win, we riot.
Yeah, I mean, simple as that, bro. And lastly, Punk versus Roman.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Roman is gonna win 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's time, bro. Like it's time, bro. I mean, I don't know how long he's gonna have the title. I don't know if I don't know, bro, but he's gonna win. I think Roman seems, after he lost the title, Roman was kind of coming out and like kind of coasting, but Roman seems like he's back in it for real. That's what it's coming off at, like, on TV, and I reckon Roman wins and either loses to Braun Breaker or Oba Femi at SummerSlam. I'm precogging it, bro. I could see either way, bro. I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
I mean, yeah, Roman's gonna win because he would have beat Cody because it was gonna be them two, and he would have beat Cody, and then they couldn't agree on that. That's definitely why he was like, "Well, I'll wrestle Punk," and Punk was right. Like, I don't care. Punk's not gonna be the kind of guy to like not lose a match, especially.
Yeah, well, originally it was gonna be Roman versus Seth before Seth got hurt. It was supposed to be Roman versus Seth and Cody versus Punk. That were the original plans back at like War Games and shit. And I reckon, I don't know, because again, I'd reckon Roman might have won, but you also have that situation where the whole thing is Seth always beats that night. So like they could have done that, but Yeah, that would have been fucking peak, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Roman versus Seth and Punk versus Cody, bro. That would have
They
been peak.
they should have been. They should have been ran. They should have ran that last year.
What?
Fucking Cody,
Yeah.
and then did
I
Cena
mean, hey
Luther.
man, they got Saudi Mania next year, bro. Maybe maybe that's the time,
Bro,
bro.
the main event of that show is probably gonna be fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin versus John Cena.
I was,
To be
I
honest
was about to say it's gonna be Stone Cold versus The Rock.
with
That's what I was gonna say.
The Rock is definitely nah. They'll probably get the Rock versus like Roman or something.
Maybe. Yeah, bro. That's all I had, bro. You have anything, bro?
Um, I can say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and we know more than you.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Also, Darby Allin's not winning the fucking world title. We'll catch y'all
Yo,
next time.
Darby's not winning, and Carmella Hayes is my favorite wrestler under 30.
He's not under 30.
Yes, he is.
Okay. All right, we'll catch
28.
y'all, bro.